What's up YouTube? Pokemon here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year break. I know I certainly did. I had a nice time to relax and slow down with the family. But do you know what didn't slow down and relax? The bloody Pokemon market. It's 2025 guys and the sealed market has gone absolutely mental and we're going to cover it in today's video. It's just crazy. So let's take a look at what's happening. Speaking of sealed product guys, I'm giving away a 151 booster bundle on my channel absolutely free once the channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. Now this box is going up a lot in price recently, so you don't want to miss out on this. It's super easy to enter. All you've got to do is first be subscribed and then drop a like and a comment on this video right here, and you'll be entered in a chance to win this 151 booster bundle, so make sure you don't miss out and get involved. Okay guys, so 2025 is here, and like I said, the sealed market is absolutely booming, and it would only be right to start off with the big talk of town at the moment, Fusion Strike. Now, up until yesterday, there was one last product left on the Pokemon Center UK, which was these mini portfolio and booster packs. But as of today, everything is sold out on the Pokemon Center. Everything Fusion Strike related is gone, ceases to exist, and there will be no further restocks on the Pokemon Center. If those of you who've been watching my channel for a little while now, you remember maybe just over a month ago, I put Fusion Strike whilst it was on the Pokemon Center as my #1 pick to invest in. And then guys, my #1 pick right now is Fusion Strike. I think this set is extremely overlooked right now. No one's talking about Fusion Strike. I haven't heard anyone talk about Fusion Strike for the longest time. You know, it is up to like nearly $200 on the market price, but it's being sold at 170. It's still available on the Pokemon Center UK, which I think is a really good sign for it. I think when you see this out of stock, guys, and when you see any of these boxes and it says out of stock, they're not reprinting these boxes. They're not reprinting them, and that's when these things are gonna fly. And I hope you listen to me because I was absolutely right, and Fusion Strike has gone parabolic, as I suggested it would. Because for me, I couldn't believe it was still in the Pokemon Center, how strong of a set I thought it was. And now we're starting to see that come to fruition now. So look, £359 for a booster box on eBay. Nearly, well, over double in price now from what it was in the Pokemon Center, £144 now, eclipsing 300. And I only see this getting stronger and stronger as the year continues. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, guys, if you didn't get your Fusion Strike when I told you to, then you certainly missed the boat. And all I got to say is I am the Messiah. I can predict the future. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, really interesting to see Fusion Strike doing so well. I always thought it was such a strong set. I couldn't believe why people hadn't been picking it up. So now we're starting to see that people are, liking Fusion Strike. And just for a visual representation of the graph here on TCG Player, we are seeing just 108% in the last 3 months, which is just absolutely bonkers. So that's Fusion Strike. We're going to cover a lot of the Sword and Shield boxes in this first portion of the video, and then we'll move on to sort of Scarlet Violet era. So next up, guys, Lost Origin. I'll look at the Pokemon Center again. Nearly all gone, everything here. We just have the Building Battle Stadiums left, which I'm sure they will get picked up. Not something I personally pick up. Too bulky. I don't really like to keep them stored in terms of storage. That it's just too bulky, and it's just not the best option for me personally. But price per pack, it will go up a lot over the next couple of years. So there's no reason why this isn't a good pickup if you have the space for it. But yeah, we can see again almost everything Sword and Shield related, Lost Origin related, completely sold out. Besides this Building Battle Stadium, again, if we look at the booster boxes on eBay over here, again, we're seeing nearly 300 for this. So sort of Fusion Strike's gone, the most expensive. Then next up we have Lost Origin, which is I think the second most expensive from Sword and Shield after obviously Evolving Skies. But yeah, we're seeing 300, 350, 160 for 12 pack check lane blister boxes. But yeah, massive price rises in this. Again, for a visual, we can see, look at that graph, just like whoop, straight up, 56% in the last 3 months, which again is, yeah, it's all just moving really fast at the moment. And it's moving with or without you, whether you have some or whether you don't, it's going to move. So let that be a lesson if you didn't pick anything up, that there is, make the plays whilst you can. So yeah, that's Lost Origin. Next up, we have Asal Radiance. So Asal Radiance, we've still got the Elite Trainer boxes, we've still got the sleeve booster packs, and we've still got the mini portfolios. So whether these move as much as the other two, Fusion Strike and Lost Origin, Yet to be seen. It could in the future as people start to turn their attention away from those two boxes as they get too expensive. So there is still opportunity to pick this up on the Pokemon Center. I think it's still a good pickup. Sword and Shield is not getting any cheaper. It's not getting reprinted. It's getting scarcer and scarcer on the secondary market. So definitely opportunities now to pick up some Astral Radiance if you missed out on Fusion Strike or Lost Origin. We've seen what's happened with those two previous boxes. Again, whether this gets as high as those right now, maybe not, but in the future, there's no reason why these can't climb. So yeah, a bit of Astral Radiance on the Pokemon Center. Let's have a look at the eBay. So we're seeing £250 booster box here, a £200 booster box here. So hasn't quite reached the heights of the previous two boxes, but definitely climbing. I think these were on the Pokemon Center, if I remember correctly, last month. So, they're already up £100 nearly, 50 to £100 on the Pokemon Center price. So definitely a possible pickup on Astral Radiance. It's got that beautiful Machamp. It's got the Starmie V. So definitely some good cards in there. And if we have a look at TCG Player, see, we don't have that same sort of massive spike on this set, but definitely rising, definitely climbing, and they will continue to climb. All of these Sword and Shield sets will continue to climb over time. Some will be better than others. That's just natural because there are better sets than other sets. So, but this is a lower barrier to entry. So if you did want to get some Sword and Shield boxes, definitely look at Astral Radiance. Definitely opportunity to buy there for sure. Again, there's stuff on the Pokemon Center too. Similarly with Silver Tempest, just like Lost Origin, all that's left is the Build and Battle Stadium. I think a lot of these remain the last to get because they are just really bulky. The price per pack isn't 100% the best. I think you get 12 packs for £60, so maybe that's £5 per pack, but it's not awful. But yeah, again, they're just a bit bulky. But yeah, we're seeing mass sellouts on the Pokemon Center for Silver Tempest. I really love Silver Tempest. Like Lugia is, it's one of the most beloved legendaries of all time. And there's no surprise why Silver Tempest is doing well. But again, we're not seeing as similar price hikes as Fusion Strike and Lost Origin. This is sort of similar to Astral Radiance, looking at around 250, 300 for these. So it's a little bit more expensive than Astral Radiance naturally because of the Lugia. But there could still be some plays here if you fancied it. There's a case here for 1450. What's that? I'm not going to bother doing the maths in my for you right now. Okay, where's the calculator? I don't know where it's gone. I think it's behind here. All right, let's take a look. Okay, 1450 divided by 6, 241 a case, a box. Maybe not too bad. You might be able to haggle that if you message the buyer. If you really love Silver Tempest, if that's something you want to get, then definitely an option. I like buying as much as possible if I am trying to. So yeah, Silver Tempest sort of following the same as Astral Radiance. Again on the graph, 34%. We saw Astral Radiance at 20%, 23%. So similar-ish sort of gains there, but this is a little bit more. You can see another kind of whoop straight up again. But they're all rising. They're all rising, guys. That's the main point of this. Whether you buy Fusion Strike, Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, Astral Radiance, they're all climbing at the moment, and they will continue to climb. It's just about where your budget is, what you think has the most potential gains, and what set you like the most. So yeah. Okay, next up we have Brilliant Stars. Now Brilliant Stars. Okay, look, lots of product on the Pokemon. I say lots, but fair few bits of product on the Pokemon Center. We've got the Elite Trainer boxes. We've got these 3-pack blisters, which are actually decent price per pack. It's about £4.20, £4.15 per pack. So that's really, really good. The Elite Trainer box is still there. So there's plenty of opportunities to pick up Brilliant Stars. Guys, this has got the Charizard. It's got the Mewtwo. Really, really cool set. I mean, the Charizard, it still hasn't quite taken off as a single. Whether it has its time in the sun, I'm not sure. I mean, it seems like everyone agrees that it's like the best Charizard art in history, but it still isn't kind of eclipsing that kind of big, massive chase card level like Lost Origin Giratina or the Gengar from Fusion Strike, or even the Lugia from Silver Tempest. It hasn't quite reached that height yet. I don't know why. It is a Charizard. You would expect that. Whether it hits there, whether we finally see it has its time in the sun, like I said, we'll yet to see. But Brilliant Stars is quite readily available on the Pokemon Center for a lot of products. And again, the booster boxes are sort of around similar price. I mean, you can get one for 200 here, so not quite as much as Astral Radiance or Silver Tempest. They're a little bit. I mean, I guess for me, I would kind of put Fusion, put Evolving Skies to the side. I kind of go Fusion Strike in terms of price. Fusion Strike just behind it, Lost Origin. Then you've got Astral Radiance and Silver Tempest kind of on the same level, and then just below that, I think you've got Brilliant Stars. And I really like Brilliant Stars. I think it's got an amazing box art. It's quite affordable at £200. It's not that expensive. So definitely opportunity to make up Brilliant Stars. For me, For me, Silver Tempest or Brilliant Stars is where I would be kind of tempted to go for in terms of Sword and Shield. If you're not looking at sort of the other boxes, I quite like Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest. Asal Radiance for me is not. I'm not a big fan of the new champ. I'm not a big fan of the Starmie either. I'd rather not have the Silver Tempest to chase the Lugia or the Brilliant Star to chase the Charizard than to have, even if Asal Radiance is more expensive. Just for me, I think in the long run, I personally prefer Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest. But at the end of the day, I don't decide the market, so that's not my choice. And then again, guys, sort of similar price rises to the last two boxes. 30% here on Brilliant Stars, all kind of all going up, all going up. But so that's kind of the bulk of the Sword and Shield boxes. They're all moving up. I do just want to look at Evolving Skies. Obviously, this is kind of like an anomaly. It's kind of out of the price range for most people. But over in the US, right, on TCG Player, we're seeing a most recent sale of around 1,250. We're seeing massive gains, 50% in the last 3 months, which is crazy for a box that was like 800 quid or $800, last month. So even though it's so expensive, people are still buying this set. But we're actually seeing the boxes more expensive in the UK here than in the US. Well, I mean, I say more expensive, but they're like, look, they're listed for £1,250, £1,200. They've been going up and up and up. I remember like 2 months ago, these were 550 on eBay, about 600 550 on Facebook, 600 on eBay. And I was so tempted to buy them, but I can't spend that much on one product unless it's like, I don't know, like a base set box or something. But I always knew Evolving Skies would be a £2,000, £3,000, £4,000 pound box in the next 5 years. Even with that sort of mindset, I just still couldn't justify putting £600 into one box when you can get a case of £600. That's just my logic. But if I'd bought a Evolving Skies booster box 3 months ago, I'd probably be more than double my money. So it's food for thought there. But yeah, I mean, Evolving Skies going crazy, 50% up on TCG Player. Listings on eBay going mad, like almost double the price that they were like a month or two ago. Absolutely crazy, guys. I mean, do what you want with this information. Like I said, if you're looking for what to buy, then for me personally, Brilliant Stars, Silver Tempest, Asal Radiance, those are sort of the three boxes. I think Lost Origin, Fusion Strike, there are probably plays there, but for me, it's just quite a high barrier to entry, £350 a box. And they're going to be going up a lot. So yeah, it's up to you. But let's have a look at Scarlet and Violet quickly. So first thing is Surging Sparks. Now, these were sitting at around £140, £130 on eBay in the UK for the longest time. They didn't quite break through the next level, but now they're starting to make that move. We're seeing boxes here listed for 185, 160, 160, 154. Now, this is quite cheap now. And we are starting to see it make a little move here in the UK. Over in the US, we did see in the last 3 months that it has gone up and up and up. It's it kind of like stabilized here around $220, and then it made its move in the start of the year. So January, it started moving up again. We had a massive dip down here in the last month, and then it started kind of finding its way back up again. And I think we'll continue to do so until there's a big reprint. If there's a big reprint, we don't know what's going on with the reprint, but I personally wouldn't be buying Surging Sparks right now myself. I do think it is a really strong set, and it will do really well in the future. But I can't justify spending nearly 200 quid on a box of Surging Sparks when there are Twilight Masquerades for 120 or Telecrowns for 115. I just prefer those boxes myself, just because of the price point. Personally, they aren't as strong, and they won't do as well in the future, I don't think. But in terms of entry price, they're really good. So yeah, Surging Sparks still making moves, which is crazy. Nearly £200 a booster box, and it's only been out for a few months. Absolutely insane. Paldea Evolved. Now, Paldea Evolved is going mad as well. Like, this is more expensive than Surging Sparks. And I think it's all due to that Magikarp, guys. The Magikarp's like grading £1,000 in a PSA 10, which is insane. So we're seeing £180, £170, £175, around £170 for a booster box of Paldea Evolved, which is wild, man. It's absolutely wild. It's cool to see, though. I think Paldea Evolved was a really slept on set. It had that massive reprint earlier in 2024, towards the end of 2024. Sorry, and then it didn't really do anything. It kind of just recovered so well. It just went straight back up to what it was before the reprint, and now it's eclipsing what it was, and it's at its all-time high. So let's have a look at Paldea Evolved. Look at the graph. Just gone. Yeah, it's just gone crazy in the last month, last 3 months. It's gone from 140 to nearly 200, now selling at around $200, which is absolutely crazy. And that is because of this little guy here, this little fish grading at costing £200 raw. You know, that must be Japanese. That's Japanese. £1,000 in a PSA 10. There you go, guys. Like, Paldea Evolve is making the moves, and who are we to say why? Like, this is just absolutely insane. So let's look at 151, guys. 151. I think people keep forgetting about 151. 151 still exists, and 151 is still doing incredibly well. We're seeing Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes up to £230. I remember when these were 130 on eBay like a couple months ago. I didn't want to buy them. I thought they were. I didn't think they were too expensive. I just didn't want to pay that much money for an Elite Trainer box, and now they're £100 up. So I'm eating my words. These will just continue to rise, I think, indefinitely. If you look at the graph for 151, it's just a steady incline. Just going up and up and up. I don't think this will slow down. I think as product is scarcer and scarcer, and you know, I know we have Blooming Waters coming out. We'll have to see what happens with how that affects the market. The singles will probably come down, but the sealed product, I think, will just completely recover. It will eat up everything, just like Paldea Evolve did. Just steady climbs on 151. The 151 booster bundles, you know, I'm giving one away. You saw start the video, I'm giving one away, and these are now $87.99 being listed at over £100 for 6 packs. I mean, there's one down here for 65, which I saw, but absolutely wild for 6 packs of 151. And guys, I think again this will continue to grow. So if you are able to get 151 for, you know, 40 quid, 50 quid, it might not be a bad pickup now. I said before, maybe a month ago, that picking up 151 above MSRP is not the play. It might be the play now. It might be the play now. Like, it's going crazy, and it will continue to do so. Again, the graph's just going absolutely mad. Now, I spoke about these before, but there are a couple boxes from Scarlet Violet that are still at a very good price point. Still really good. They are making a bit of a rise. This has gone up by about £10 to £15 now. But Twilight Masquerade, for me, I look at Twilight Masquerade as the lost origin of Scarlet and Violet. It's got that Greninja card, which really reminds me similarly of the Giratina card in terms of sort of the price, the chase, and the kind of the style of the set, right? And I really like Twilight Masquerade. You got the second most expensive card, which is the Eevee, and I think in Lost Origin it's the Aerodactyl, and you kind of got those two cards more or less carrying the set, right? Lost Origin has a lot of other cool cards in the set, but I think it's the Aerodactyl and the Giratina is the most expensive cards, and then you've got the Greninja and the Eevee in Twilight Masquerade, kind of similar. I think this will do similar things to Lost Origin personally, and you're seeing Lost Origin at now what £350 a box, and this is at £120 a box. I really think £110. I think for me, Twilight Masquerade right now is a solid pickup. And then Stellar Crown is really cheap. I think this set is really slept on. It's got that beautiful Bulbasaur, beautiful Squirtle, and the Terrapagos is still doing really well. It's still an expensive card, so people really like that card. Remember, the cards that we grew up with as kids, if you're my age, I'm 28, the kids nowadays will look at this as their base set. They will look back as Terrapagos as well, this new cool Pokemon that they experienced when they grew up. So don't forget, in 20 years' time, the kids of today will have the same nostalgia towards these set that we do toward base set and all those old sets. So don't forget about that. Don't forget about the psychology of that when you look at these kind of sets, because I do think Stellar Crown and Twilight Masquerade are really good pickups. They've only gone up by about £10 since I last done a market video. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for today. Covering some of the Sword and Shield and Twilight and Scarlet and Violet sealed boxes at the moment. The market's going crazy. It's 2025, and things are going to be speeding up. The hype is getting more and more strong. The demand is getting higher. The supply is not keeping up, and we are entering another year of craziness. I really hope you've got your wits about you. I will be covering things across the whole year, trying to give you my advice, my recommendations of how to approach the year. And you know, it's a year we can all thrive. It's a year we can all do really well. I'm really excited for how the year progresses in Pokemon, and I hope you guys are too. Yeah, so leave a comment if you like the video and drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to enter the giveaway, and I'll catch you in the next one.